Hello, Laisa. My name is Ellen, and I'll be correcting this essay today. You've sent us the task 2 on ex-prisoners. So let's see what you said about this. Okay, criminals who have been in jails are frequently required to lecture teenagers about the negative aspects of being an offender because they usually learn from the something experience and change their lives by becoming better citizens. I strongly agree that I strongly agree that it is an excellent way to illustrate the disadvantages of criminal life. Okay. Um so the first thing I noticed here was this word is I don't know if you meant to spell something different or just you weren't really sure what word to write, but it's definitely a wrong word. It's not a word that's familiar to me, at least. So be careful with that. Um, and then I want to read it one more time. Criminals who have been in jail are frequently required to lecture teenagers about the negative aspects of being an offender because they usually learn from the something experience and change their lives by becoming better citizens. It's rather long. You've got a lot of information in that one sentence. So, a good idea is to potentially break this down into 2 smaller sentences so that they're more manageable. I find that a lot of times people think, oh, I have to write these really long, elaborate sentences in order to have complex grammar. That's not the case. You can have complex grammar and still just be like within 2 lines, okay? Rather than going into 4 or 5 lines in a sentence. Um, when you write these long sentences, 2 things happen. First of all, it's very easy to lose the meaning of what you're saying, and it's also very easy to make a grammatical mistake. So shorten your sentences. Yes, keep them grammatically complex and sophisticated, but don't make them so long. All right. Now, the other thing that I wanted to talk to you about is the question is not if it's an excellent way to illustrate the disadvantages or not. The question is whether they are the best people for this role. Are they the best people to talk to youngsters about crime? Okay. So the word best kind of hides within it a kind of comparison. So, best compared to whom? Is there somebody who might also be a good person to talk to youngsters about crime? And if so, why are criminals better? Okay, so these are some of the things that you need to be thinking about here when you're writing this essay. So, talking about whether this is an excellent way or not is not enough. You haven't really tackled this issue of are they the best people? Okay, now, in my opinion, this idea of the best, if you can cover that in your essay, that's one of the hallmarks of a higher scoring essay as far as task achievement is concerned. Okay. All right, so let's look at your body paragraph now. Teenagers, like any other person, are more impacted by example than by lectures and speeches. In that sense, if this group of people has the opportunity to listen to someone who lived and acted as an offender and had their life changed for the better in prison, then they will probably comply and commit to the ex-criminal's advice. Okay. Adolescents tend to disagree with adults whether they want to reaffirm their values and opinions to adults or because adults do not dialogue with teenagers wisely. Okay. So I actually liked this a lot. I'm still a little concerned with the sentence length. This one, it was very interesting and I kind of followed it even though it meandered quite a bit. Look at this. It starts all the way up here in that sentence, like 1, 2, 3. It goes into 4 lines. So it's really rather long. You could have split it up a little bit. Now, here, I don't know if you kept using the word adults on purpose in order to create a certain lexical cohesion. And I'm not really sure what part of this meant. What does that mean they want to reaffirm their values? And I didn't get that part. And then I don't know how I feel about the word dialogue as a verb. I used to seeing it as a noun. I have to see how frequently it's used as a verb, if it's used as a verb. So I'm not 100% convinced that that's the right word you want to use there. Okay. Okay. Let's see. We have moreover. Fine. Moreover, despite the best efforts towards educating teenagers about the dangers of criminal life, policies, teachers, or other regular citizens will not have the real motivation to share such experiences. They will bring a perspective from a comfortable place from someone who has never experienced life in prison. They have not tried the drawbacks of being kept away from society, and that certainly has a massive impact on one's life. Ex criminals can compare their motivation to commit crimes, the pros of getting what they planned by committing an offense, and ultimately the cons of being in jail. It is a powerful way to illustrate the reasons why teenagers must avoid this path. All right, this paragraph is wonderful. This is exactly what I was talking about. Here, you're showing me a comparison. So the people who are typically associated with giving advice to young people, and then you're comparing that to the ex criminals and showing how and why the ex criminals are much more powerful in this regard. So this was perfect. This is exactly what I was talking about and what I was hoping to see. So good job with that. Clear, powerful, effective. I liked it. Let's see. To sum up, the positive impact will be stronger and more effective when children or teenagers have a chance to, no, have a chance, not of learning, but have a chance to learn about avoiding troubles and crimes from someone who has been in that place, has recovered, and now contributes to the society in a practical way. Okay, that's fine. I liked it. So the good thing about this essay, Lisa, is that it ended really strong. So the second body paragraph was really strong. I was fine with your conclusion, no issues there, and you tackled some of those issues that I really was hoping you would. So for me, the this was a little troublesome. And again, we talked about this idea of the excellent way not being an effective way to really cover this. You want to show in your introduction, ladies and gentlemen of IELTS, I have understood what you're asking me. I understand that there's a kind of inherent comparison here, and I'm going to deal with that. You do want to lay that all out in your introduction as much as that's possible. Okay. So nice job with this. Like I said, I felt like the second half of the essay was absolutely stronger than the first half, but you do have some good elements to your writing. So if you find this feedback helpful, I want to encourage you to potentially sign up for some more essay corrections with us. You'll see a link in the email you'll get from us showing you the different ways that we can collaborate. So see what works for you best. I think the essay correction packages might be a really great tool for you. So if that's something you're interested in, I encourage you to sign up for that. And I hope we can continue working together. Okay. So thanks so much for sending this in and best of luck to you.